Hello, Galactic Beings, and welcome to Elevated Intuition. Today we are doing a reading for our lovely Starseeds and Lightworkers, what it is that you need to know right now. So I go through a series of questions with my tarot deck, and then I have like 3 other decks that I pull out some higher level meaning information from. So even if you don't resonate as a light worker or starseed and you're kind of questioning that, this reading is just like higher level, higher purpose, like your soul purpose, life meaning, that kind of thing. The questions that I ask, I'm going to link down below to Emerald Lotus Divination, because I used her spread for the tarot cards at least, and then added on to that with the other cards that we bring out. So we get lots of information, lots of detailed information. So like all of my Picket cards, 1, it is timeless, and 2, so the message is for you whenever you discover it, and 2, you get to pick the card number pile, and I will be placing objects here in a moment that resonates with you. So you get to engage your intuition so that then I can engage my intuition and read the cards for you. The timestamps are down below for each pile. Again, take what resonates. This is a general reading. And if so, you get into something and you're like, nope, that just doesn't sound like me, you can pick another pile. No problem. Or you can listen to as many or as little as you like. So for our objects, I'm going to be placing frosted cookies on them. So for pile number 1, we have a unicorn cookie. For pile number 2, we have a butterfly cookie. And for pile number 3, we have a pineapple cookie. So if you're still not sure, or if you just want to take some mindful breaths with me, that's what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to close my eyes and take a deep breath in. Breathe out and release any tension or anxiety. Let go of anything else in your mind. Just focus on right now. Go ahead and breathe in again. And breathe out. Okay, I think we're all ready. Go ahead and open your eyes, and wherever your eyes are drawn to, that is your pile. We're not going to overthink it. So check out the timestamps down below, and I will meet you there. Thank you. Hello, group number 1. If you picked the unicorn, you are in the right spot. I'm just going to move that and the number up here, and maybe that would be better. And it's the cookie, so it's getting all over the place. Let's take a look at the cards. So if you identify as a light worker or starseed, let's get some messages for you. So the first card that comes out and the question attached to this is your energy as a light worker. And we have the Emperor. The Emperor is somebody who is very much in control of themselves, in control of other people, somebody in leadership. So I feel like, if you are not in leadership right now, or, maybe you don't feel even comfortable with it right now, you are meant to shine. You are meant to stand out. You are meant to really, when you speak, others respect you and look up to you, because you are very, I want to say structured. I want to say, maybe you don't necessarily, you can come up with plans of action, steps for other people to easily follow, and you're able to guide others to their best, to be their best. So the Emperor doesn't mean that like you rule over others. We are in like free will, and especially when we're talking about light workers and starseeds, we're all about freedom. We're all about individuality, but for you, you are able to guide others to really seek out and reach their full potential. The next card, the question attached to it is, why have you incarnated on Earth at this time? Why has group 1 incarnated at Earth this time? Very nice. We have the Devil in reverse. Again, I feel like this, we've got 2 major arcana cards right now, group 1. You're here to set examples. You're here to break bonds. You're here to take down the system. You're here to open up the matrix, if you will. The Devil, and I love this card in particular with the Devil. You can see this, it's about attachments. And specifically when we're talking about you as a light worker or starseed, this is attachments to old cycles, attachments to old systems. A web in and of itself is a system, and you're here to help weave new webs, usher in new systems, because the old system isn't working. The old system is not for everyone. And the thing is a lot of times we are attached to old systems and we don't even know that it isn't in our best interest to be attached to them. And I feel like part of your awakening, part of your stepping up and speaking your truth is just to lead by example, that there are better ways of thinking about whatever that is, of working cooperatively with others. You just have cards flying out. Okay, so this card is how can your energy be of service? And we've got 10 of Wands. Wow. So 10 of Wands, I feel like what's important for you, group 1, is not to get overwhelmed. Okay, that I feel like you understand, or if you haven't gone fully through your awakening, you will see how powerful you are, and you will be taking on other people's burdens. Now, in this particular 10 of Wands card, I love the flowers, because for you, it doesn't really feel like a burden, like other people's burdens. It feels like, just because you're able to transmute the energy, you're able to take it to a better, more positive place. Still though, at some point, our human selves get involved and we're like, this is too much. So I feel like it's really important for you, even though you are being of service to others, you are taking on their burdens, that you can recharge yourself. Make sure that you do that, however that looks like for you. You take care of yourself. Self-care is very important because you are very important. So take care of yourself like you would somebody that you loved, like you would somebody that is very important. Next question is, how can you come into deeper self-awareness? Group 1, deeper self-awareness. Page of Wands. This is starting off new adventures, and I love the I wanted to say stethoscope, it's not, although that would be appropriate too, because listening to a heartbeat, new discoveries, right? Wands is about passion, and that has so much to do with our heart chakra, and also to do with love and our passions and seeking those things out. It's not a microscope. Okay, the word escapes me. Put it down in the comments down below, but you get the idea. You're looking at things more closely. I feel like I love this passion here. And look, we go from 10 of Wands, like pulling, I told you, you're able to transmute things that come in from other people. You bring in like other people's burdens, and you just like take that energy and disperse it and take it into something positive here with the Page of Wands. You go on new journeys, you discover new things, and I feel like discovery is really important to you. Now, what's underneath the microscope here for discovery for you, really be in touch again with your passions. I think passion is really important for you. So if all of a sudden you have this idea like, oh my gosh, I'm going to, investigate yoga, or I'm going to investigate some sort of technique, or I'm really interested in this type of business, or I want to eat Thai food, whatever that is, that's there for a reason, and nothing is too small. So don't overlook things. Just, really be present and be in the moment. And then finally, how can you, group 1, honor your gifts? Because we all have gifts. And right now we've got the 3 of Cups. So I feel like working with other people and collaborating is going to be important for you. But I also feel like it might be something that makes you nervous and isn't necessarily something that you are that comes easy for you. Okay, so honoring your gifts by sharing them with others, but understand, like, if that sounds like, oh my gosh, like I used to hate group projects in school, like this is going to be a different kind of group project. Okay, and you first need to discover yourself and discover things about yourself, and even that is enough. Even, so don't feel like things aren't good enough. Even that is really, really important for you, and really, really helpful. So I have 3 more decks. We're going to pull cards from group 1 to get some more information out here. What does group 1 need to know? Passion. Again, back here to this Page of Wands. Passion is so important for you. And I also feel like, like we have in this Page of Wands, where we've got, we're looking at to something deeper. It's focus. Passion can get us going in a direction, but when we have a direction, like when we have a passion and a focus, and we have a direction and we have a way to move, like that is so powerful. It says the frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to calm of its core, where you can let its long-lasting wisdom fill you up. So yeah, there's a lot, like passion is often represented in red here, and even in the Devil we've got this passion, but sometimes it can be overwhelming, and that's why I think that focus is really important for you, and getting that direction is really important to you, because while this fire burns and you get really excited and really passionate about it, like those long lasting burning embers, that's what we really want. And there's really more of a calm to that. Like if you think about a fire, if you've ever had a fire, a campfire, or one in your fireplace, like the one that goes all night and it burns the hottest is when things are, it's just like really gets deep into that wood, and it almost is like a blue flame here. So I love that. And then I've got 2 more decks. Let's see, what does group 1 need to know? What does group 1 need to know? We've got Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. And I almost feel that should be over the Three of Cups, but that's okay. We'll get one more here. And then Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So I said that dance with life, do something to to change up your energy, should be kind of over here over the Three of Cups, because your Three of Cups is reversed at the moment. And I touched on that because I feel like, maybe you're not quite ready for prime time. Maybe you don't have a YouTube channel, or you don't want to talk about your beliefs or whatever your beliefs are. Okay. When I'm talking about being a light seed, a light worker or star seed, you can do that within a religion. This is really very all-inclusive. Okay. It's just paving the way for your tribe, for your group, and it's dancing with them. And that's why I feel like you have Dance with Life here. Remember, it is all a dance. And I also feel like it brings in a kind of a measure of joy that I don't want you to forget. I want you to be happy. I want you to be joyful, because I think that's how you really transmute these burdens. And the thing is it's not only taking on these burdens for other people, but helping them transmute their own burdens, right? And we do that with our passion, and we do that with our joy. So literal dancing, I don't know. If you have been looking into a particular type of dance, that's great to help express yourself. That helps ground you. And then even just looking at this card over here from Pleiades, the double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity, because they're floating here in space, and they're specifically coming to Earth. I mean, I feel like grounding you grounding is really important. The other thing with this Pleiades card, it says double mission, you're kind of a secret spy. What that means, though, is it refers to a starseed being. Pleiades are a group of star beings dedicated to raising the vibration of the planet. So your double mission here as a starseed or a light worker, reincarnated from a Pleiades perspective, or at least you can channel that Pleiades energy, because they're very positive, and they want the best for everyone. Your double mission is to not only grow yourself, your soul, on the human level, on expanding your experiences and joy and passion, which also kind of relates back here to this dance with life. Understand that a great purpose for everyone to be here is to live life, be human, and live in the moment, live into the now. So to grow on that soul level, but to also rise the vibration of the planet. And you do that through, your creativity, and very much your passions, which it's showing here. And sorry, I have to, okay. I don't see which deck that was. So I can pull you some more cards, and you're not alone. I think that's something really important for you to hear with the Three of Cups. You're not alone at all. And one more card from this deck. What else does group one need to hear? Does group one need to hear? This one. a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. So very much related to this Pleiades card. Keep holding that vision, keep holding that higher vibration. Even if the only thing you accomplish for the day is holding that higher vibration, being your best self, speaking out to that higher vibration. And what that means is living with love and joy and peace, bringing like a tranquility to things, and we're letting go of things like anger and fear. Now, anger and fear in themselves, they are not destructive. They tell us something, but that's not a vibration that we're meant to stay in. It is here to help us grow, but the problem has been that we have been in like this constant state of like on this outer edges here in the red of fear and of anger. And what happens is that not only stunts your growth as a person, as a soul, but it stunts the growth of us and humanity. And then we have the you're not alone, isolation, physical connection, and community. We're coming out of a time where we have been feeling very alone. And then whatever you are being exposed to, information wise, it may even make you feel even more alone, because the major news sources, the major media outlets, parrot information that kind of keep us in this that fear, kind of keep us in that anger, keep us in that division. But what we're really supposed to do is connect with others. And it doesn't have to be physical connections, although, that is amazing. That's great. That's part of the human experience. That's part of the double mission here. That's part of what feeds our soul. And I feel like this might be the part that might be the most difficult for you, considering that we have the Three of Cups reversed. We need to feed our soul, and we need to feed ourselves. And then we can, I love this, connection with others, that we have like our twins out there, not to be confused kind of with twin flames, but I do see, twins as in people who they don't have to agree with everything that you believe, and they don't have to think exactly the same way that you think, but that they honor you and they respect you and mirror that back. I also feel like a great way for you to gain confidence would be to look at yourself in the mirror and just speak to yourself in the mirror, with kind words, with loving words. Be loving. A great exercise for journaling, because, and you can do this in the mirror too, but I have done it journaling, and it's just amazing what comes out is you write on a piece of paper, what does my soul want me to know? What does my higher self want me to know? What does my Palladian self want me to know? You write that down, and then you just stream of consciousness, write it down. It's amazing the beautiful things that will come out for you. And you really feel it, like connect with your heart chakra when you do that. But you can do it in the mirror, and I'm getting that because of the mirror image here. And this could almost be like a circular bathroom mirror. But these connections that we're making with other people, sometimes they're just energetic connections where you walk through a place, whether it's the grocery store or a restaurant, or wherever that is that you go, and you just stand up straight, inhale, exhale, be here in the moment, and
set the intention that you are going to hold the highest vibration, because sometimes and I'm saying this because of the Three of Cups reversed, and especially when we've been living in fear these past months. Set the intention that you are going to be of the highest vibration, and it's amazing how like your energy ripples out like from this circle, and it almost looks like it's rippling here. It almost looks like it's rippling here in this passion as well. Ripples out, and even though you don't even talk to other people, you just smile or smile with your eyes. Tyra Banks used to talk about that a lot. I used to watch a lot of America's Next Top Model. Smile with your eyes, and you will be amazed at just how contagious that positive energy is, and use those little interactions to ripple out and create beautiful big interactions so that you can step into the shoes of this emperor here. And I do want to say that when I'm saying that you're the emperor, that is like, it has nothing to do with male or female, although it is like a divine masculine. You don't have to be masculine or male to embrace this energy. It's just taking some control out for yourself out of all of the chaos that's going around us and around you. And that is your superpower. Group number 1. So that's what I have for you. I love you. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next reading. Thank you so much. Hello, my lovely butterflies. If you picked group number 2, you are in the right place. I'm going to put my cookie up there, and let's start asking some questions about you as a light worker or starseed. So I've got my lovely deck out here, my trusty deck. And I haven't asked a question yet. So what is your group 2's energy? Tap into your energy, group 2. What is your energy as a light worker? Group 2 energy as a light worker. And that wanted to turn over, and we have 9 of Wands. So like the buck stops here, group number 2. You are resilient. You are, I don't want to say combative, but you're not going to back down from a fight. And you are ready to kind of dig in your heels and go where this takes you. I feel like you're pretty stubborn. And you understand that sometimes we have a difficult road. Sometimes we are searching for this rose, and when you stop to smell the flowers, you might get a prick from the thorns, and that's okay. Every rose has a thorn, right? You understand that. And sometimes I feel like you could protect yourself a little bit better. I feel like maybe going with the flow a little bit might help you. But, if there's a fight going on, like, you are definitely somebody that people want by their side, group number 2. So, why have you incarnated on Earth at this time? And we have the 7 of Cups. Very interesting. So a couple things that pop out right away with the 7 of Cups. I feel like you're here to craft the universe. I feel like you're here as a co-creator, especially with this particular imagery of looking at the stars and creating the stars. I also feel like I'm getting a strong Pleiades energy from you. I don't always get that from the 7 of Cups, but when we're looking at the 7 stars, it reminds me of the 7 sisters, which is a constellation where the Pleiadians are said to be from, in that area of space. 7 of Cups talks about like all of these choices. I feel like you have You have like the stubbornness and the will to create and craft whatever choice you point your magic wand at. The flip side of this, or the difficulty of this, might be you're not exactly sure which direction to go in. You don't exactly know which star to hitch your wagon to, as it were. So let's see if we can find some more information. How can your energy be of service? For group 2, how can their energy be of service? Group 2 energy being of service. And we've got the 9 of Pentacles reversed. So very interesting. So a couple of things. In a like finance reading, right? We would want the 9 of Pentacles upright. But I feel like Pentacles are, earthly related. Like they can be very practical. They can be very, kind of step by step. They can be very structured. And I feel like with you, again, I see you over here like waving your magic wand and really creating things out of thin air, that your dreams don't need to be practical. The other thing with the 9 of Pentacles is she is self-made, but she's done this for herself, and she's really basking in her abundance. I feel like abundance can be for you. We have a 9 of Wands upright and a 9 of Pentacles reversed here. So I feel like there's some conflict going on with, again, maybe not flowing as well as you should, and that might be with maybe not picking a particular direction. So while you have some amazing qualities going on here, group 2, there certainly are some things that you struggle with. You struggle with, maybe being a little too stubborn at times, and you struggle with maybe not fully enjoying the abundance around you, the co-creations, the things that you create around you, either because you believe that this is an illusion, or that you just have not picked one and stuck with it. There is a gentleman that I know, he lives out of state now, but he has had so many, he's very smart, he's very industrious, but he has had about like a dozen different jobs since I've known him. And he just doesn't stick with one of them. And a lot of them have been like, they could be very high paying. But he does leave. There are other considerations, like he wants something that's good for his family. He wants something that's high paying. But when he does find a situation like that, he's just, he just leaves very quickly. And that's why I'm like these 9s are kind of in conflict, because I do see you as like very resilient and digging in your heels. But I feel like it's just finding the right situation or right flow for you, group 2. 2 more of these cards and we'll get a lot more information out to, because I have more decks. How can you come into deeper self-awareness? And we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is an amazing card. It can talk about karma. It can talk about, just the energy that we put out, the energy that comes back to us. This one is very steampunk, with all of the gears and the cogs. And I feel like you might be cutting yourself off a little bit here with the 9 of Wands, when you're not like flowing with the other gears, when you're going with the other the opportunities that are presented to you from the universe. Okay. amazing open up like once you start flowing with that. And I feel like it starts really with a more of mastery of yourself and mastery of like what it is that you want to create. And I love how this came out for your deeper self-awareness. Start with your heart, start with love, and then go down and down and down and see where that takes you and see what you uncover and what makes you tick. And because I almost feel like sometimes the Nine of Wands can be like this crust almost. And I feel like you could really benefit from digging deeper into your intuition, into your subconscious mind. The Seven of Cups, this is a very dreamy card. And it is a big contrast here from the Nine of Wands, like just looking at the imagery. So I feel like the Wheel of Fortune can talk about you, maybe a dream journal. What is it that you think about while you're sleeping? Meditation, like what comes into your mind when you clear your mind and you're in the present, and then start pulling on those strings or following those gears down to, just really discover yourself. But I feel like it does start with love. Okay. The last one, and I get two cards came out here, is how can you honor your gifts? And we have the Sun and the Four of Pentacles. And I think that this Four of Pentacles is more related to, well, it's very related to this imagery here. Unlock yourself, unlock your heart, let yourself flow. Kind of this Nine of Wands, like feel like your energy, you're shutting yourself down for some reason. Four is a number of stability. So when we get into a stable position, a lot of times we're like afraid to grow further because we're like, but it's comfortable here, but I'm happy here, I like it here. You can like it and be comfortable some other place too. You're very, very gifted, group number 2. And then the Sun, I just feel like, again, back here at the Seven of Cups, I was like, whatever play, wherever you point your wand, whatever direction that you're looking for, you're going to be successful. And I feel like that really comes out here with the Sun card, because this is like one of the most beautiful cards in tarot. It talks about joy, it talks about you finding joy, it talks about you being fulfilled, it talks about you just like basking in the sunlight and really finding the place where you belong and being yourself. Now, the other interesting thing about this, I'm talking about you being a light worker or starseed, like the Sun burns super bright and it's, for everybody to see, right? The other interesting thing about the Sun is that when the Sun is there, it's like it eclipses everything else in the sky. Like the stars are out there, they're hidden behind it, but we don't get to see them because of how bright the Sun shines. And I feel like group 2, you need to be reminded of that, and you need to be reminded of how bright you are. Let's get one of these guys. What does group 2 need to know? What does group 2 need to know? Okay. And we've got Delight. Look at this card. I mean, a lot of these cards are very similar to this, but it looks so much like the Sun, like how you would draw the Sun. I feel like it is very much really, oh, look, and 19 and 19. Lovely. So the frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delighted we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. And I almost feel like this Nine of Wands, like I said, these nines feel like they're in conflict with each other. I feel like you're being restrained. I feel like you're restraining yourself. You're not afraid to get burned but sometimes, like if you get pricked so many times, you don't want to go smell that rose anymore. So this this is like unlock yourself. Unlock yourself. The Seven of Cups and the Sun, like, and this delight and joy. That's where you're supposed to be. And as it relates to the Wheel of Fortune, like you're putting out that positive energy. That positive energy is coming back to you. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution and expression. So a lot of times, and I feel like this is perfect over here in front of the Nine of Wands, a lot of times we kind of hold back because, we're afraid of what other people, judgment of others. But that judgment that's something that'll hold us back. Like you will fight other people, but maybe instead of being in this energy of the Nine of Wands where you're like, I'm going to fight somebody or I'm going to hold my ground. But still, that gets exhausting, right? We don't want to fight everybody all the time. So sometimes we hold back because we have this idea that if I put that information out there, or if I put that idea out there, I'm gonna, somebody's gonna want to fight me. And set the intention that you set it with joy, set it with delight, speak with joy, speak with love. Like here in this heart, like everything emanates from your heart. And I feel like, it's, I don't want to say untouchable, but you're untouchable that way. Where people could criticize you, but it doesn't matter because you know what your intent is behind what you say and what you feel and what you believe. And let's see, what else do we have for group 2? Anything else for group 2? Group 2. Okay. Starseed, what lights you up? So you might want to ask yourself this. Again, I feel like this is a great question to ask yourself when you're looking at possibilities, like over here in the Seven of Cups, because Cups talks about being fulfilled. Cups talks about your emotional fulfillment. It talks about things that you love. I mean, even in this, especially in this particular Wheel of Fortune, where we start with our heart here, what is it that brings you delight? What is it that brings you joy? What lights you up? And when you are lit up, my lovely sun, you're able to light up others, and that's what you're meant to do. Okay, I forgot which deck I grabbed because I want to pull you 2 from each of these decks. They're very similar. What else does group 2 need to know? What else does group 2 need to know? All right. Take both of these. We have Earth pulsing, the pulse of mother, slow down, time in nature. So what's really cool about this Earth pulsing card is she's just resting here and sleeping. Like you can, I don't know if you can see the outline of this person, or it could be he. Either way, you can just calm down. I feel like meditation. I feel like because self-discovery is kind of quiet, and even the sun is just like this bright beacon. I'm sure it makes noise, but that doesn't travel through space. Burning makes noise, but we certainly don't hear it. So this is calming. I feel like grounding yourself, maybe walking outside, walking in grass without shoes could be very helpful for you. Connecting with the earth, and whatever that means for you. Could be gardening. It could be surrounding yourself with plants. It could be just being out in nature, going for a hike, just being like very present, being very here, being very now. I feel like, you're meant to be this like heavenly body that just points your wand at something and creates beautiful things in the sky, like this here in the Seven of Cups. But if you don't know what you're supposed to create, like you're not sure what lights you up, then I think earth pulsing is something that can very much help you. And deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. So it's interesting that this comes out, especially when we started with this particular Nine of Wands with all the wounds. And I feel like earth pulsing and slowing down and really focusing on you and focusing on your healing, being kind to yourself, nourishing yourself. And sometimes we don't really even know what's wrong with us. First of all, there's nothing wrong with you. But, something is manifests itself, right? So if you're not sure exactly how to treat yourself, to help yourself feel better, go back to the basics. Rest, water, good food in, good intake in, exercise if you can, and you radiate out and go from there. I feel like prioritizing yourself is really important at this time. Again, like whatever resonates with you and how you feel like you need to heal yourself. We are all individuals. There's not one size that fits all. We have our own concerns. And sometimes our doctors are on board with that. Sometimes they're not. Like this, if this is something that you are visiting a doctor about. The Arcturians, they are a galactic group of beings who have mastered deep cellular and emotional healing. If you resonate as being a light worker or starseed, I recommend that you meditate on the Arcturians. Ask them to come in and help you heal. Bring in that energy so that you can move forward with this love and delight and joy and vitality that you're supposed to move forward with. So that is what I have for you, group 2. I hope that, there's a lot of really great and happy and positive and joyful energy here for you. I feel like if you're not fully in that space, it is something that you're blocking for yourself. And I think that we have a lot of advice here on ways for you to meditate and ways for you to connect with that energy so that you can continue to grow and move forward. So I'm sending you a lot of love and healing power, and asking that the Arcturians come in and help you to heal your whatever your physical and emotional needs are. And I love you, group 2. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, group 3, my pineapples. If you picked this group, this is your Lightworker Starseed reading. So we're going to start off with a series of questions, group 3, and the tarot are going to start throwing things out right away. So the first card for you is your energy as a light worker. You have Knight of Wands. Look at this. You're willing to jump through hoops. You want to get moving. You want to go fast. You want to get there, and you want to do things. The Knight in shining armor, that is so totally you. You're there. You want to be there for others. You want to if it's a project or something for yourself, you just want to go, go, go. A lot of passion, a lot of fiery energy, a lot of movement. You're not afraid to go. You're not afraid to travel. You're not afraid to get moving when you're called to do so. Now, the knock on this would be that, or the caution that I will give you, my pineapples, is make sure that you're moving in a good direction. And I feel like sometimes that's not even like a worry for you or a concern with you, because I feel like if you run over here and that's not where you're supposed to be, well, you'll just go, you know, where you are supposed to be. So, but a lot of energy here, which is great. Second card, why have you incarnated this time? You're ready for some change. You're ready to enact change. You're ready to be the change, and you are ready to help others change. We also have, and I love this, and it kind of does remind me of the pineapple in a way, because we have like our surface, which is, you know, for the pineapple, we've got kind of like this hard, crusty, piney surface. And then underneath, we've got this like really beautiful, this sweetness that you want to enact, that you want to transform. You want to transform for other people. You want to transform for yourself. You're not afraid of change. You're not afraid of movement. You're not, like I said, kind of here, like you're not afraid of change, because when you go in a direction and that's not where you thought it would be or where you wanted it to be, you're fine. You're going to move in a different direction. Which is a great way to look at change. Again, like maybe sometimes it could be too quick. That gives some things a chance, but yeah, these cards want to pop out for you. So how can your energy be of service? And I feel like we've got the Two of Pentacles reversed. So we have these very high energy cards coming out. What I've been cautioning you about, like, okay, make sure you're going in the right direction. You might want to slow down just a little bit, like peel back that energy. That's what the Two of Pentacles is saying. You can see here that she's got things balanced, and she is kind of doing a juggling act while she balances herself on these buildings. But when it comes in reverse, sometimes it can be overwhelming. So remember your balance, bring things into balance. Don't move someplace. Like if you're on I'm seeing a teeter-totter, and like you're more than happy to jump off that teeter-totter. But sometimes when you do, the person on the other end gets dropped very quickly. Okay, so your energy can be of service when we dial it back just a little bit. Maybe give you a little wider perspective. I know you're super energetic. You're so excited to do your work, to be here, and that is great, but you might need to dial it back. And then next we have the Seven of Wands reverse, and this is how can you come into deeper self-awareness. I feel like sometimes you might be resisting that deeper self-awareness. I feel like you're just like, you're like, I'm so adaptable. I don't need to, but I feel like there is some sort of like we could go deeper into it. The Seven of Wands, this is an interesting Seven of Wands. How traditionally, it's interesting because how traditionally the Seven of Wands is depicted is kind of here in his tattoo, where we've got a person and they're being attacked, and like you're holding the higher ground, and you're being kind of resistant to them. You're not these cards don't say you resisted at all. They say that you're kind of going with, you're more than willing to go with the flow. Even if you catch a little ripple, you'll run in that direction. And I feel like when we have the Seven of Wands reversed, that it's saying it's echoing this, that you are not necessarily fighting against other people, but you'll move